Hey traders, welcome to the Sunday stream where the weekly candle will be closing in 1 hour 52 minutes, and Bitcoin's pretty much taking the weekend off, where we had a nice pump on Friday night and a bleed out all day yesterday into today, and now just hanging out pretty much exactly where we were when the weekend began. And so not too much going on in crypto. Most assets are down on the day with Bitcoin, except a handful. OMG, FTM, and SNX, WRX, Fourth, Tezos, Binance. A few notable assets that are in the green today. And yeah, I guess we're starting off with the 4-hour chart. You know, this is kind of what we do. I took off yesterday for football, and just because what is going on? There's just nothing going on, you know. Like,
tell me, good sir, what will the corn moon brings for us plebs? TA moon weather analysis on every 29.5 days.
What's up, David? Thanks for 20. Yeah, I mean, we can look back. There was a corn moon 1 year ago, and price action correlated to it. I mean, probably not. It might have just been coincidental, but yes, tomorrow will be, I think at like 7 p.m. Eastern, it'll be the corn moon at its maximum waxation. I don't even know, what do you say? It's waxing when it's growing, but what is it when it's maxed out on its waxing? Yeah, that's tomorrow. So some people like using astrology to say that that's going to affect the price of Bitcoin. I don't know if really that's the case. A lot of times the ends of moon cycles just happenstance to be at the ends of months and weeks, so it's like reallocation of capital from bots and market participants. So here is the last time we had a corn moon. You can see Bitcoin lost about 20%, 17 to 20% of its value. I think 20% at its lowest point. Began to sell off the 21st of September and did not stop its sell-off for 2 days till September 23rd, and that literally was the bottom for the entire crypto market, for altcoins anyway. September 23rd, 2020, that was Litecoin, a day which will live in infamy. That was a trade setup posted, 886, bullish BAT, PCZ, bullish divergence, everything you could ask for there. Add an inflection point. And just a couple days after the corn moon, Litecoin never saw this prices again, including to today. I mean, like, yeah, it's gone up and down, but it's never even come close to getting back to those levels we saw on the last corn moon. So, I mean, that was the last major shakeout until life-changing money was made, right? If you held this asset, yep, that was it. Just about a month later was the PayPal and Square news on the 8th. This green candle right here, you can see, that was when Square announced that they would put $50 million of their cash reserves into Bitcoin. And then just about a little over a week later, October 19th, was the day that PayPal announced that they were actually literally mass adopting crypto, and you could announced that you could buy and sell crypto on their platform soon. And you can understand where the price had gone since then. That took you eventually all the way to nearly $65,000 all-time highs. So yeah, I mean, we are 365 days full circle now on all the craziness that occurred last year. What a year it's been, man. Holy crap. If you've been a part of this community for an entire 365 days, you know the insane things that have happened since then. And hopefully your life's better. It should be if you did the right things a year ago, invested in yourself, and maybe invested in crypto, not just Bitcoin. Just being a market participant in crypto 1 year ago to today, you've made a lot of money still. So that's kind of it on the corn moon. Thanks for the contribution. Hopefully everyone can hear me well. I think the audio levels are probably pretty good. What does that say? Oh wow, the mic sounds amazing. Wow, so people are actually literally just saying it. That's good news. All right, so does anyone want to smoke some hopium here? If you want to go on a...
Is that a joint?
Is that a hopium joint? Maybe. Okay, this is for fun. This means nothing. Okay, just like the bull flag that was 2 days in development on Friday meant nothing because it was too small of a structure to mean anything, right? There's just the reliability of a 1 to 2 day large pattern is terrible. It's just, you can't ever bank on that. Maybe a bull flag on the daily that lasts 2-3 weeks, that's what you can hang your hat on maybe for a trade, but not a 1 day, 2 day pattern on the 4 hour. No way. Okay. So if we would have said, oh yeah, man, I got all this bullish conviction on Bitcoin on the bull flag, it ran up and you're like getting too ahead of yourself. You're getting so happy that it broke out, but then what happened yesterday? It just bled out, and it's like, is it really even a flag? No, it's not really a bull flag. It's turned into something else because it was too small of a structure to mean anything. Anyway, so if you wanted to smoke that hopium, we go to the 60 minute just for fun. And above the inflection point of 47,000, you do have some sort of bullish Gartley, undeniable, right? An X, an A, a B. B is 60% retrace. C is 61.8% retrace, fine. And then D is what? The 78% retrace. It doesn't mean at all this thing's going to play out. It's just, it's fun when, to practice your pattern identification, even if it's on not so significant time scales. It just helps hone it. Okay, I'm getting pretty good at this. I can do it second nature, like breathing or driving. So I don't think this is going to manifest into anything extremely significant. I still think we're kind of in this 50% chance of something happening on Bitcoin, where coin flips chance we hold 47K and we run to 50K. Coin flips chance we break 47K, we go to 45K. I just wish there was more really implying upside or downside, I guess, just for the sake of clarity. There's just not that much clarity on Bitcoin right now. It's not always going to be like that, man.
Bonjour, can you check the chart of CRV and Dodius, please? Keep it up.
Thanks for the super chat, dude. So, what do y'all think, chat? Do you think this is going to turn into anything significant and manifest into a $50,000 run, a run to $50,000? Or is this going to just, crap out and dump to 45K? What's next? Maybe we do a poll or something. I don't know. Yeah. Why not? What is next for Bitcoin? 50K or 45K? I'm asking my community right now. So I just posted it. There it is. It is pinned. Go ahead and cast your votes. I don't know how. I think you just do it or something. All right. Sweet. I think we got some votes coming in now. Yeah, we got 80 votes already in seconds. Nice. Okay. So that's kind of it for Bitcoin on the hourly, the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily here. Daily is, yesterday you had a bullish engulfing candle. It was really nice. And today, kind of invalidating that engulfing candle. I don't know. Until you get a close below yesterday's open, it's still real. But that's not normally the price action you want to see after an engulfing candle. I think it's just your weekend FRE. Like Bitcoin, it's like market's 24/7, but not really this weekend. It was pretty much closed up and down, on Bitcoin. Like it's done nothing this whole weekend. So on the daily, you have not seen positive momentum since the 6th of September. It looks like you're still trying to lose that negative momentum. Eventually go positive on higher prices, but no real edge. No edge on the daily. What about the 3-day? 3-day candle closed yesterday. No, you got 2 days, 2 hours until this closes. You got nothing implying upside. You just showed your first level of negative momentum on the 3-day for the first time since July 18th, which was pretty much a few days off the bottom. So I just, again, I wish I could help give more clarity on where Bitcoin's going, but it's not really implying anything positive or negative right now. It could go either way. So we got about 200, we got over 200 votes, and we are neck and neck. All right. So half the people who have participated in this poll think we're going down to 45K. The other half think 50K. That seems about right because it's so coin flippish on the charts. Other times in history, though, we've had way more than a coin flips chance, or upside and downside. Something that's interesting that, let's just go to the weekly real quick. The weekly looks fine. It's losing positive momentum, but nothing really bad. I mean, there wasn't a big bearish engulfing candle last week on the El Salvador sell the news event. But this week, you have once again held above the weekly candle low close from February 22nd. That week, you held it again. So other than that, I can't tell you anything. It's nothing's being implied on the oscillators. You held support. I don't know if the support will hold. Okay, if it was gonna run, I mean, your target's $51,800, just the top again, where El Salvador sold off. Okay, so big one beginning to slide a little bit, 47,300. Lowest low of the day was 47,100, only a couple 100 points off that, down 2%, over $1,000 down and falling. Okay, so it's pretty interesting. Some guy on Twitter brought this up. It's pretty cool where you see the difference in the cycles right around the exact same time, where you have in July, in the 2013 and 2017 cycles, you had a big pullback in July in the summer, and then September rolled around and you chopped around, and then October rolled around, and that's when everything got bullish again. So it's like, just look at this, and then we go, might have to go back to another chart with more data. Yeah, this only goes back to 2014. But what was the other one? And I think he was looking on the daily. Let me try to find that tweet. Well, actually, someone posted it in the Patreon, right? Earlier. Way earlier. It was very insightful. Yeah, here it is. I found it. All right, so... And I think this is all on the daily too, where this analysis was done. So we look at 2013, right? You had a huge run up, and then July was the bottom came in right after the correction that lasted months, like we're in now. And then, after July, you rallied, and then you just went through this consolidation period, up and leading up to the end of September. And hey, does anyone remember the RSI downtrend we'd been looking at all summer, and it finally broke out July 21st? Well, that happened back in 2013. You had a downtrend breakout, and then RSI consolidation, which I guess is going on right now on the RSI. And eventually, another markup in price and the relative strength index that got you into overbought territory. Okay, and then 2017, very similar price action, right? In July, you finished up, you had the really nice initial run like we've seen in 2013, and now, 2017 right here. July of 2017, bullish engulfing candle, RSI downtrend broken, wow. And then consolidation period leading up to the end of, I don't know, this one ended a little earlier than now and 2013. Well, this started running real fast around the time it hit August. And so, right, you had the impulse up, the consolidation period, July's bottom coming in, and then consolidation. And then here we go in 2021 right now. Same RSI downtrend breakout, consolidation in the RSI. July, the bottom was put in. Here we are. And then, the hypothesis is if you do a comparative analysis to 2013, 2017, 2021, it's looking like, all right, what would be going next? Oh, all-time highs and beyond, $100,000+. All right, so it's just, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen at all. We have no edge right now. We don't know. Like, the charts aren't telling us anything bullish about Bitcoin or really that bearish on Bitcoin. It's pretty neutral right now, but it's just interesting take on things. So I think someone called Tech Lead or something on Twitter posted it. Maybe not. So that's kind of where we are on Bitcoin. Okay. If you remember it, just showing you again, this was identified the day it happened, the day the bullish engulfing candle occurred, where we broke back above the critical inflection point after the lowest level we had seen since January 1st. You broke out, and it's been pretty freaking good since then. But yeah, now you're going through just what could be considered consolidation on the RSI, whatever. It's very neutral right now, sitting right at 50, and it looks like you're continuing to sell off, nearing those lows of the day. And if we closed right now on Bitcoin on the daily, it would be a confirmed bearish engulfing candle, completely invalidating Saturday's bullish engulfing candle. Really, most of it happened Friday night, Saturday morning. So yeah, man, bearish engulfing candle after bullish engulfing is not really bullish, not good, man. You could break 47K and go right down to 45K. That's normally historically what Bitcoin does below this level. Okay. Well, I mean, like, you can call the guy who created this dumb, but I mean, it's very insightful and it's interesting. It's better than, nothing. We're like, nothing's happening, man. We don't have an edge, but at least we can look back on history and see how things developed in the last, on the previous mega cycles, how did things, they went through consolidation periods. How did they end? They ended getting close to around this time after consolidation. And he's just looking at the RSI too. So yeah, you got 5347. We got 357 votes right now. Go vote, man. Like, there's way more people, you know, and it seems like the very, very small majority of people picked 50K. Here we go. Bitcoin is now testing that $47,000 area again. Right now, we are at the lows of the day. Looks like it could roll over. Just remember, that's an April 25th wick low. That's why I have it plotted here. I've had it plotted here, right? So just because straight up, straight down, 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 straight up. So if it breaks 47K, you can understand why it wouldn't be that weird if it went straight down again, because that's all it ever does at these levels, okay? Oh, wow, all of a sudden, right, as, you know, the stream continues, the negative momentum that was waning is now beginning to build again. That's just not really good, man. That sucks. All right, man. So we're gonna go look at every other asset. But dang, man, getting some live price action going on, hanging on. And you know what's kind of unfortunate about Bitcoin is, couldn't you very well, if you like know the harmonics and stuff, you could see a high, then the confirmation high. Yeah, I love that it's higher than previous high, but couldn't it be an X, an A, a B, a C, a D, a shark in development? I mean, you can't, like, without an edge, this idea isn't terrible. It's not like ridiculous to even think about. It's a little shallow on B, but B isn't really that big of a deal on sharks. And the 886 would take you down, what, to $44,000, and it wouldn't be that weird, man. Just saying. So, because isn't that what we understand? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So if it breaks down and then you hit 886, maybe by then there's this ridiculously beautiful edge where, like, you know, sellers are certainly exhausted at $44,200, $44,000. It's just an idea, man. We're just spitballing because at this current time, it's just not that great for data. I'm not leaving it there because it's like, well, the bad action magnet move would be literally 46,766. So you have to break that with confirmation first. It hasn't quite occurred. Okay, so if you want to, we can move on and just let's look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. All right, this is wow, look at that. It's continuing to climb on up today, where I think the bottom's in on Bitcoin dominance. Okay, I think there's overwhelming evidence of that too. Wow. There's a certain edge on Bitcoin.D. There's no edge on Bitcoin to the US dollar, but dang, man, this one, it's almost impossible. You good luck arguing against this, man. I mean, it's a major M-shaped formation that is the size of Montana, or just about same thing, 1,344 days large structure. And at the pattern completion zone of that over 1,500 day structure, you're confirming the bottom's in with another harmonic, the same one. It's a shark at the pattern completion zone. And while you're at the pattern completion zone of this smaller shark, which happens to be the confirmation low of the mega size structure, you have bullish divergence on the relative strength index. And guess what? Even on the MACD histogram that's already begun to play out. It hasn't really gone too far yet, but dude, this is just, what else could you ask for a bottom? This is beautiful. So I don't know what that's gonna, I mean, I think a big move's coming because of this. I just don't know which of the big moves it would be, whether it's Bitcoin crashing and dumping terribly and altcoin money just flooding out going into Bitcoin and cash, but less money is coming out of Bitcoin because it's way larger market cap. Or if it's Bitcoin moons and altcoins just underperform, or Bitcoin just gradually goes higher with altcoins bleeding out. Like, there's just too many things that this can represent. But I do know one thing, that this chart is bottoming out right now, or attempting to, okay? Just remember, the corn moon was not good to us last year. It was terrible. But if you just held on a little bit longer, life-changing money. You can't say it's identical or it's the exact same thing that's going to happen this year. You just don't know. You really don't know, man. So it's like, I know like Binance, I don't know if it's Binance.us, but Binance, regular Binance, offers this derivative as an asset that is tradable. So, you don't know about the US dollar pairs, you don't know about other things, but you know about this one probably. This is an actionable long for a position trade, right? We're talking like that it may last for 3 months to 5 months. You may be in this, but dang, man, this is opportunity, okay? Ethereum dominance doesn't look so good. Yeah, it might be topping out for sure. Understandable. Yeah, it's like, this is bad, okay? So this is not, look, you are beginning to break a demand line here. The downside is really high. I mean, if you can't break 20%, the downside could take you eventually to 13%. Well, you know what? I take that back. Let's say 15%. There's one time in history that it was regarded as support resistance. So, yeah, that's pretty weak. And if everything's selling off, this just means that Ethereum is underperforming in the selling, meaning it's losing more value than Bitcoin is currently in the market cap dominance. So, yeah, you just understand, like, it looks like a bullish continuation. It's awesome, but what do we know about value? There's certainly no value here at all. You get that, right? This is a high premium. If you go from the highest high of all time, which at one point, well, I guess it was just like maybe when this asset was created or listed on a chart, you were at 31% market cap dominance. Wow. 33% of all money involved in all of crypto happened to be in Ethereum that one day, one time, and it was July 19th, 2017. Dang. All right. So long dump from there, but from that high to the lowest point, you are not quite at the 78% retrace yet, but dang, man, we'll say about 73 to 75% retrace from that all-time high to the lowest low ever. So, I mean, you just think about anytime you start getting up to these deeper retrace levels, it's like the probability gets higher and higher that maybe a bigger pullback or sell-off could occur. Still very much in a parabolic uptrend. Even if it broke this support here and went down to like 15.7 to 16% market cap dominance, it'd still probably be contained within this curved line, this upsloping, oh, I'm in log scale. There we go, upsloping channel. So, excuse me. All right, so it's not in, that was log scale. In linear scale, though, the Fibonacci makes a little more sense where you think there could still be more upside here. But, all right, you hit an inflection point and you failed once, twice, 3 times. 3 times you failed, and now you're breaking a demand line where, yeah, I still think the target could be 15.6 to 16% market cap dominance. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it looks like a bullish continuation pattern, but you know, those bullish continuation patterns don't always play out. They a lot of times, like 30 to 40% of the time in uptrends, they'll break down. They won't break up. They're not like 100% chance of a break upward. They're just not like that. No patterns like that, actually. So again, good to see everyone this Sunday. Hopefully you're enjoying the, you know, augmented sound settings, so my microphone doesn't sound bad and, you know, whatever. But I know it's Sunday and Bitcoin's not doing anything really, so people don't have that much interest. So let's look at Ethereum itself to the US dollar. Why not, man? That you know, was about 1% or less off of the 88% retrace of the major bearish shark pattern. Went down about 40% on a retrace and rallied and is just dumping with Bitcoin, and the hidden bullish divergence, I guess, has played out, and that was it. And now you're in the midst of painting a daily bearish engulfing candle after indecision yesterday, the negative Momo building again. RSI selling off. You know, it's talking 47.5 or so. So, I mean, it could eventually bleed out to 28.89, and that would be fine. It'd be completely fine for a shark because it could turn into a 5.0, a bullish 5.0. I'd prefer we never see 28.89 to 3,000 again, but it all depends on Bitcoin. If 47K holds and we go to 50K, you will never see 28.89 again locally soon, right? You won't. If Bitcoin goes to 45K, you are going to see 2889 to 3K for sure. It's going to happen. So you just, that's the way you have to look at it. Well, it's all on Bitcoin. And unfortunately, Bitcoin isn't showing us much of an edge, but we know Bitcoin dominance certainly is. Okay, so that's Ethereum. Go to the weekly real quick on this. And man, it's like, oof. I get it. Like, I understand people's concerns they would have. I mean, is this a major, colossal double top? Potentially, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, it's not a confirmed double top based on rules until it breaks below like $1,700. So there's just a lot more downside. I mean, you know, straight up, straight down, straight up. I mean, if things get real bad, again, the target was 2889 to 3K. Like, down, it's not visible on the weekly here on my chart, but you get it. The idea that there could be bearish divergence is very real on the weekly, right? Where you make a high on price, you make a technical, slightly higher high, about the same high with lower levels of positive momentum like this. I mean, that does imply a reversal. It does. So let's see, you're going to be making a lower weekly candle close than you did last week. It's not really great. So, and it's on the RSI too. A high, a slightly higher high, about the same high, but with much lower levels of relative strength. Not really bullish signal at all. That is not a bullish signal. I'm sorry. You go to the monthly candle, no problem, man. No big deal. No double top going on really on the monthly. You look at the monthly, it's a beautiful indecision candle after a very wonderful continuation impulse candle. You got 11 days, 2 hours till this closes. My God, it could be hopefully next month, October, would be the, what is it, 3-bar play or whatever it's called, where you have a huge impulse candle on a breakout, then one indecision candle, and then another huge green candle that closes higher than the first candle. That's a 3-bar play. Now, monthly one on Ethereum would be legendary. $5,000, let's go. Dude, I don't know. It's like if Bitcoin wants to continue its ascent, fine. It could do that. But this idea of the bat on the 4 hour anyway, it's still valid until you make a lower close than probably $3,200 to $3,100. And man, it hit that from the high to low. It had a 61.8% retrace, and that was it. It even rallied back up to test 35, 37 as resistance with a shooting star reversal before dumping further. So hey, you could, I guess there's good news maybe. You know, like shorter term, you just think about what could be developing. Would that be a potential Gartley? That means more downside if it was even a Gartley. Yeah, man, that's like a 60% retrace on B. 786. Yeah. Bullish Gartley could be in development on Ethereum to the US dollar, but that means it'd have to go down to 32, 33. Are you ready for that? 75 more dollars, I think. Interesting. So now we got a cute little argument on the 4 hour for Ethereum. More downside, but not much more, and it could be a really strong structure on some sort of breakout of that, you know, that little downtrend we were in. Okay. Dang, dude, that was beautiful reversal at the 618, dude. Gotta love it. I just noticed this. Okay. Yeah, Plan B was talking about 43K low in September, and then what, 65K in October. Dude, I don't know how he could try to be so accurate, like month by month accuracy on where the price is going to be. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think there's just far too many market participants that exist on the planet in Bitcoin that you could ever have something that accurate, you know. But yeah, he was right for September, 43K bottom. I think that's what Bitcoin saw, right? September 13th, you saw a low of 43,474 before a huge bounce. Okay. Hey man, you know what? Dude, this is the thing though. Like I hope he's right. You know, I hope he's like a genius and everything he says is correct. You know, a lot of what he said based on his model has been accurate so far. It just doesn't mean it's going to continue to be accurate and amazing. And you know, so the Mark Douglas instilled in me makes me always say no expectations. No, you know, I'm not going to like trust a plan B, you know, sheet, that just says that. All right, so just no expectations. We don't have to know where things are going to make money, but we are looking for an edge on the market, any asset, to have a higher probability chance than 50% that it would be going up right for that long.
Yesterday. Can we K up LL Cool J? Don't call it a comeback.
What's up, Kirk B, man? How you doing, dude? Yeah, we'll take a look at sold a Bitcoin, man. Thanks so much. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Okay, so more downside for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Looking possible. 47K is extremely weak right now, and once it breaks, we just identified a potential bullish bat pattern that would take you all the way down to $44,000. Don't be scared if it happens, man. Could be one more fake out if this whole trend's gonna resume for Christmas, where we're supposed to see everyone's saying 100K by Christmas. Everyone's a genius, man. I'm just not into making predictions and stuff about crypto or any asset for that matter. Let's take a look at an asset we haven't looked at today.
I like turtles.
We all like turtles, man.
Over 60 crypto exchanges set to suspend services next week.
Reddit, thanks for threes. Oh yeah, because they're dealing with all the crypto regulation stuff. I thought they were postponing that till like 2023 or something.
I called the top at Bitcoin already.
What's up, Richard Hart? Thanks for 10. Yeah, but you also said 10K, and that hasn't even come close to happening yet. So we'll see though. Hey, maybe you're right. Maybe 10K. That would be completely the opposite of Plan B. So you got on one side of the fence, you have Richard Hart all the way over here, and then you have Plan B way over here on where they think Bitcoin itself's going. Right? We got big opinions on the direction of this huge asset that is almost $900 billion. So let's look at total real quick. Total, unfortunately, doing bearish stuff, right? This is not bullish price action. You have to understand what I'm talking about, right? You up-thrusted through a major inflection point that goes back to April, then a huge major bearish engulfing candle, and then you've just consolidated and, inverse bled. You just kind of floated on up to confirm what was the beginning of the inflection zone when it was once a resistance in April. It has now become resistance again all throughout the month of September. That is not real bullish price action currently. That could change. Bitcoin starts somehow catching bids. This asset or this total market cap is going to rally too and eventually break 2.3 and move on. But with what's going on now, you have to be not so optimistic, because that is the inverse of a spring back test of spring, right? I brought this up before. When you see a harmonic like this too, that's really concerning. If it's a bear, if it's in real life, that's not really that good. You sprung, you back tested the spring, you're holding it as support for an extended amount of time, and eventually, if this is respected, the spring back test is respected, you'd be doing this soon. You'd be heading to the next major inflection point. 2 trillion is not a major inflection point at all. That is just psychological level that I just put there. I just had to make it purple, so it's like, just so you understand, it's nothing. It's not a true support. Somehow it held 2 trillion here, but that doesn't mean anything. So if this upthrust, back test of upthrust is confirmed and is real and respected, you'd probably be heading on down to 1.78 trillion again. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is, man. And that will be okay, because we know at that level you have bullish 5 potential where that could occur. Oh, sorry, just keep my work. Doesn't save on this one because I always chart it on this screen. It's a literal perfect textbook bearish shark pattern that reacted brilliantly at the pattern completion zone, as it should. But eventually, that's the 50% retrace of this structure from the low to high. So that is where you could start looking for really incredible opportunities for longs. It would be back testing a 200-day moving average as well down there. So hey, at the same time, just understand, I hope that never happens. I hope we just go to $5 trillion by tomorrow. That's just not practical. I have to look at this like realistically, and you have to understand you can't be like, you have to look at this objectively and understand what the psychology of market participants are doing. And when you break out and you fail the breakout and you dump and then you rally back to confirm the old breakout level that was once resistance as resistance again, it's a form of confirmation. It's a certain technical indicator that implies, yeah, the top might be in for now and there might be more selling. So that's all that's kind of happening now. It might be maybe a little too early to say it's completely confirmed because you caught no fall through price action after testing and failing to break out. How's this poll doing, chat? So we got 631 votes right now on the poll that I posted a few minutes ago. And it's looking like, wow, the majority of the 631 voters says 45,000 will be next, not 50,000. Interesting. That is a rarity. Almost every poll I post where if it's bullish bearish is almost always majority bullish. So this is an anomaly. It's different. Okay. Everyone calls it top, man. Whatever, dude. Like, I'm not here to try to call tops or bottoms. I'm here to look for the same things we look for on all assets before we take longs. And unfortunately, when we're doing market analysis in crypto, not every day are you going to have those opportunities. Most days you're not going to have those opportunities. Only sometimes. But I'm going to, analyze and try to educate and do all the things that you like me to do. So, we just hang out till then. Good God, man. How does Bitcoin hold 47K? I don't think it can, man. The way it looks right now, it's just hugging it. It's like it almost to me looks like a high, a confirmation high. You're right at that critical level from April 25th, and it's like, yep, it might be time to roll over. It's the confirmation high that makes me feel some sort of way. Again, like the first rally and the back test, I didn't know. Like you don't know. But then, dang, man, yesterday it confirmed a tweezer top reversal, and now it's just hugging that level from April 25th. And once that breaks, man, look out. That's how Bitcoin dominance could rally, where, yep, here we go. Bitcoin breaks it and dumps, and then altcoins get shattered, and Bitcoin dominance rallies off that. So we do have a breakout occurring right now, or a breakdown anyway, of that pretty major level. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Evergrande's terrible, dude. Evergrande's like, I was looking into it more, and it's like, it seems more like Enron than Lehman, dude. They're like trying to do all these stupid things. Like, I don't know,
we need some negative exhaustion and bullish divergence on the hype.
Is that a joint?
And if it never happens, and there you go, dude. Hot Carl, thanks, man. Appreciate the 420. So yeah, I mean, this doesn't really look good, man. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, almost straight up. In that day, September 13th, straight down, straight up, then straight up again. So you break it, why not straight down again? It would make too much sense. I don't think there's hidden bullish divergence. People were smoking some serious opium trying to talk about hidden bullish divergence. It was way too early. And the context of hidden bullish divergence after something like this, not really that great, man. Thanks for the 800 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub as crypto sells off. And, one asset that was bucking the crap out of the trend or the sentiment today was OMG.
If in right, I'll look like a genius. Wait a minute, why are we dumping already?
Yeah, get wrecked. I'm sure the people that voted 50K probably not feeling too good. And maybe that's why we have 52% saying 45K next, just because the price action while we're watching the stream. Everyone's just like, oh, I just saw this poll. Yeah. If it's breaking 47K, 45K. Yeah. All right, so let's look at OMG real quick. That nice, dude. This was crazy, okay? Because it's like, yeah, someone tweeted me and they posted this chart and they didn't show the ticker, but I knew exactly which chart it was just by it was so unique. No other chart was developing the structure. It was like a potential head and shoulders, And like, that was what I said. It was like, yeah, I mean, sure, maybe market participants are painting a bear structure, and the context is a brilliant context. But it's like, even if it's the case, it doesn't matter, because anything above $8 is your threshold, your bullish threshold. Like anything above that's bullish. Anything below that, you could still fall down to $7 roughly, and see a demand line that goes all the way back to July 20th. So that pattern that was painted was a huge rip-off fake out, right? It was like the neckline was there. It didn't matter. It rallied and continued to climb and just hit $10 again today for the first time since September 12th. And it's pulling back with the macro, which Bitcoin could be breaking a critical support, or is attempting to break a critical support right now, bearishly. And the one bottom in the end, I guess the second bottom. And while I was watching college football, you know, whether it was Alabama or Auburn or some team, it looks like OMG on the 4 hour was painting some bullish divergence in the end. Yeah, it was there, at least on the MACD, and it played out. Looks like TA was respected there. And no real true breakout. I mean, the breakout already occurred on OMG. You understand $8 was the mega breakout. $8 was the breakout, and then you back tested successfully that breakout September 10th and September 13th. So, and then you just had another higher low, same bottom again. So it's just like, eventually, once $10 breaks, much higher levels, man. Like crazy higher levels. I'm like above $10. First target's 12.52, then like 13.42, then above 13.42 is like $20. So it's really tough being bearish on the daily on a lot of these assets, because we know the harmonic structure is so large. We know you're in a long-term uptrend, and as long as you stay above these inflection points, you have to be bullish. You have to. And my God, holy crap, this is a development that is just beginning on OMG. No way. On OMG's daily chart, you might be in development of showing hidden bullish divergence. Whoa. Above the inflection point, the most critical level that exists on this chart is $8. You're above that. You've been above it for, 2 weeks now, roughly. And so that could be very promising for OMG for more upside. $13, $18, $20, right? This is a trade setup, man. And it's a position trade setup, right? Where it's like, it could take a while. It could take a couple months. But if you stay above $8, undeniably bullish. You have to be until it falls, all right? SNX, though, did fall below that critical inflection point, but it's still making a higher low than the previous low, so you still kind of have to be bullish on it. Okay, and really, okay, we're looking at OMG, the US dollar. I really have some bullish conviction on this one based on what I just talked about.
What do you make of BTC one? Some kind of small time frame channel. What would you put more faith in, the CME or Coinbase? Hit the likes, folks.
What's up, Anonymous? Thanks for 22. We'll look at Bitcoin futures. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. But this is another reason why I really like OMG, is because of the Bitcoin pairing, where it is at a level that is extremely important. Okay, this level was created for the first time in history in 2017, right here, July 17th of 2017, or really it was July 16th, right? The weekly lowest candle close of all time, and then the major reversal. So, okay, a critical inflection point was manufactured many years ago, 4 years ago, or whatever. Ever since then, price action has correlated to that level, where it was tested again for the first time years later, June of 2019. It bounced, but it was in a downtrend. So it bounced again and then eventually cracked through it. And when it cracked through it, it went to the abyss. It lost stupid value. Okay, but look, again, May of 2020, after the COVID crash and the recovery had begun, OMG ran up to the same identical level. And traders never settled up higher than 2,043 sats, which was the top of that. And then it reversed, but then eventually broke out and even gave you a luxurious back test, wow, August 18th, before insane price action. Okay, so chopped through it, yeah, a couple times, but eventually it was a resistance again. And so here we are Oh my God, look at this. You know, OMG to BTC May 27th, right? It upthrusted through that major level, then fell below it, and then market participants wanted confirmation that the resistance was resistance again. They got it that date, May 27th. But now, here we are. You tested, you tried to break out, and you failed. El Salvador, I think, right? And now here we are attempting to breach it once more. If you break it, berserk. Crazy upside on OMG to BTC. Look at this structure. Anyway, you spending too much time on OMG, man. Well, it was in the thumbnail. I mean, it was talked about. At least we talked about the US dollar. Why not the BTC pair? I don't know, Michael. Yeah, Evergrande is terrible. I mean, it's really, really bad. I think they owe like in the next 12 months. Well, I think it's like $1.2 trillion in the next 12 months is owed. I think that's like corporate bonds of all in China. Yeah, it's real bad. There's some seriously bad stuff going on there. And I just don't know how it's going to negatively affect the rest of the world. But yeah, debt has driven all this. What's that, DT? Retracement? That doesn't even make sense, what you're saying. All right, man. Just buckle up, be prepared, understand where we are. Let me just go to SNX real quick before we get to like the one request I think that was asked for or something. Okay. This is what I was talking about. Like, yeah, you broke out, but then it was immediately rejected, right? Within a day or two. It sucks, dude. It's like stop outs, all that, whatever, you know. But that demand line, you're still above the demand line. And you were up, man, like 5% today at your highest point. But it still looks okay until you maybe breach below 1050. It looks okay. So just keep this one on your watch list and pay attention and have an alert set up maybe just slightly above 1350, because 1350 is everything. If it could ever get back above that, man, I really do think it could go insane. I think that might have been a premature breakout. Yeah, failed breakout for sure, but it could be premature. And that happens. Ask Bulkowski. Kevin, that's a tough question. I love both of them equally, but I've loved college football far longer. I mean, since I was literally born, college football has been part of my life. So that's not the same with TA. Could we, am I live? Is this thing on still? How many days, what, for a bull flag to be valid? According to Bulkowski, bull flags should be always identified on the daily time scale, and bull flags should never really exceed 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks is the sweet spot for bull flag development.
Herbert super chatted $36.78. Hex daily, please, Mitch.
What's up, Herbert, man? Yeah, we'll look at Hex. Thanks, man. We'll see what the first request was. We'll get to that. I think it was just... Let's see, Kurt tipped. Oh wait, David McCoy, I did. Thanks for 20. I already did the corn moon analysis, right? Let's see. First one that met the minimum criteria, $20 minimum. Let's see. Sold a Bitcoin. Yep. Sure, we'll look at it. Thanks again, Herbert, man. Okay, sold to Bitcoin. Well, there's nothing, again, like when we look at a chart like this, you know, it's like I'm like I can't do anything. Right, you know, the time to be requesting SOL to Bitcoin was probably right here, where you had a beautiful range. Look at that, July 28th. What a spring back test, right? Held almost like an XABCD, you know, and you broke out. When did you break out? August 16th. So that's like, those are the times to be requesting assets to look at on this stream. When you request an asset to look at on the stream that looks like this. Buying climax September 9th, and it's been bleeding out ever since. You had a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. Doesn't look like that's doing too well right now. I don't think there's much upside. I mean, it could continue to outperform Bitcoin. but there's nothing implying the negative momentum is at its highest level of all time today based on the price. RSI is at its lowest level since August 11th. Real big kind of double top up there on the RSI. So again, thanks for the contribution, but I see nothing that could help us gain insight into where this asset's going next, unfortunately. Could underperform the crap out of Bitcoin going forward while it corrects for a while. Very real possibility. Or it like rallies, attempts a rally anyway, and makes a lower high, then dumps again. It's a major discernible double top on the daily. Just don't know. Oh, can y'all not even hear the music? Is that what's going on? Okay, so that was a request. The next request was, okay, Bitcoin futures, which on mine it's a little delayed because I don't really, you know. Okay, so this is what's happened. The El Salvador news day and the day before it, and actually the 2nd of September, a gap that existed from May 14th has been filled officially. Undeniable. Since then, you've reversed, and I don't think there's much of an edge yet. I don't think there's anything implying upside quite yet. The negative momentum sure is losing, but what if Bitcoin spot sells off? This negative momentum is going to build again, and then you're going to have nothing. So we talk about levels of support resistance. I think there's probably one right here at 44,860, just a candle or a wick low from February 22nd, 26th. You can see correlation in price action in August and even September. So I think that's real. It's just, again, I don't see anything yet that sticks out as it's time to rise or fall for that matter. I can't be bullish or bearish here with the data. That's your Bitcoin futures, man. I think like if you were talking about complex wave structures, there's more upside. Like if we're talking about an X, an A, a B, and a C, and we're going from C to D wave, I think 58K would be the target, and that would be possibly the top where the pattern completion zone occurs. That's it, man. 50 more likes till 350. Really? Well, then why did Ryler say 400? I'm confused. Or minus 50. That doesn't. Who's ever done minus? Whew. Okay. So Bitcoin futures, and then you just had Hex. So that's 3 requests today. Very slow. What's gonna happen? So what happened on Hex? Can you even believe it, man? Of any asset I was gonna believe something was gonna happen, it was gonna be Hex, right? If Hex was presenting that bullish shark pattern where it caught its reaction, but you just didn't know if it was going to reverse, it was the reversal low. The asset has rallied to the 4236 dip extension again today and actually had its highest 4-hour candle close of all time and is now reversing somewhat at that same level that it topped out September 10th. So this could, on the daily, looks like maybe it's double topping before it makes a higher low and goes again. My God, because that's all it's been doing. Remember, you're trying to fight the trend here. Good luck, dude. Trying to call the top on Hex. Good luck. Because anytime anyone's ever tried to call the top on Hex, they've been made a fool of. So that's why you don't do it. That's why you say it's in a stupid bull trend. Let's wait for a bullish pattern to develop itself, whether it's a, right? Whether it's a double bottom at an inflection point, whether it's a bullish falling wedge pattern, whether it's a bullish 5-0, bear shark turning into a bullish 5-0, whether it's a 3 rising valleys, whether it's a double bottom, whether it's a bullish shark, every time it has been reliable, and in its reliability, it has outperformed. That's Hex. At a level that, of course, a major reversal could occur. 50 cents? That's not a joke, man. So now we would just be waiting for something to present itself so we could identify it, and it would give us a higher probability than a coin flips chance, or it at least indicate to us the psychology of buyers and sellers at that time, right? That's what all these things are. I mean, this is a form of buyer and seller psychology where the sellers push the price down August 1st, July 31st. You rally, then you sold off again August 6th and even August 11th. But the sellers could not push the price lower than that level. That is a form of confirmation that a bottom is in. And then you rallied, and then you consolidated for a week or more at that all-time high level as support before mooning more. It's crazy, man. That's all we're doing. I think people try to put way more emphasis on what technical analysis is. It's not tea leaf reading. It's just trying to identify the psychology of buyer and sellers via chart development, I guess, right?
Hex, please.
What's up, Hex? Thanks, dude. Look at that volume. Oh, dude, I wouldn't worry about the volume on this. It's literally every time anything happens, it's always higher volume initially. That'll change, I think. So it's, you know, whatever. People take profit at profit-taking levels, maybe 4236. Hey, at least we now have a jumping off point for more fib extensions. If it did ever break 50 cents, you could go from the height of the shark to the bottom. And now you have like 54 cents is a 1272, 56 cents 114, and then your 1.618 would be 59 cents. Okay, so like if it ever broke for real that high, that level, then you've got some short-term targets. Sure. Okay. That was it, though. There was no more requests. There were literally 3 requests today, chat, on a Sunday. So it's like, didn't really, you know, as I scrolled through my charts today, most of them didn't really look that great on the daily. I mean, like, I'd love kind of like, they're in the uptrends right now, but their consolidations is kind of blah and doesn't, like on the daily, doesn't give me that much solace. You know, like, oh wow, time to reverse to the upside again. Very few. Let's look at Binance coin right now. I mean, like right there, it's like you're stuck sideways, man, since the huge sell-off on the 7th. Sideways, can't do anything. You know, XRP, right? Below the inflection point, the major 106 level, you're below it and you're falling below it again. That's not really that great price action right now. Get back above 110, I'll feel better. Like FIL looks okay. It's above the 200 moving average still. It's trying to make higher lows. It hasn't really gone anywhere yet, though, has it? Almost a dragon. Almost a dragon. So I think it has a lot more to go, a lot higher to go. A lot of these coins. Here's True right here. Look at that, man. It got back above the inflection point from history. Big deal, man. And it's trying to hold it right now. I wonder if this will hold on True, because if it does, it could go to 77 cents. Look at this, dude. I mean, OXT just sideways, stuck in a range between 34 cents and 39 cents. Just, it can't do anything for well over a week now. Rectangle, like a bearish rectangle kind of, but still above 34.7 cents, which is a critical inflection point. So it's tough to be bearish till you fall below that, but dang, man, nothing. Nano, same thing, dude. Lower highs, higher lows, price contraction, very, very neutral. Broke that crazy uptrend. It was beautiful. It was over, though. That El Salvador killed it. TRX, it looked like to me that it was going to go much higher. It still could. I mean, it could go down to 9.3 cents and back tested as support for the first time before going to 13 to 15 cents. But kind of topped out locally. One high, a second high, slightly higher high. Bearish divergence. Yep, there was bearish divergence on the second high. Okay. So just like, BTC, GBTC is here, which is interesting. Okay, GBTC, man, 38.73. Does anyone know what $38.73 represents on the GBTC chart? Does anyone know at all? Could someone tell me out there? That was my last sip of coffee. Get wrecked. Yep, you got an answer. A couple answers coming in. Yep. Since whatever. Yeah, Crypto Dinero. Yes, correct. Thank you for being like. Thanks, most definitely Bob and Crypto Dinero for participating in the question I asked. Inverse thank everyone else for not participating. Yeah, it is the old all-time high from December 20th, 2017. It was once a resistance a couple times. Gap, nice gap. Look at that. It was support. It was support. It was resistance. You upthrusted, and now, unfortunately, it is resistance again, man. Twice. One time the 9th of September, and again on the 14th. You're below it. Oh, man, that's not really what you're looking for. That's kind of like what Total's doing to its own respective, you know, inflection point from earlier this year. So I don't really like that. Momentum shifting bearishly after just a mild, moderate retrace, 50% retrace maybe from the high to low. Anyway, that's just, I shouldn't even be here. I just was scanning. I was hitting the space bar and this was on the list. Sorry. Yeah, really just ugly. I mean, what the heck, dude? One high, second, three highs, and you're failing, and now you're just at this buy wall. 31 cents. Once 31 cents breaks on XLM chat, 27.85 cents, no problem. Easy dump. Easy clap to much lower levels. So what would that be? If it breaks this demand line here, it's got 10% downside, 10.4% downside in XLM. Just understand. And it sells off to those levels. It's still making higher lows and whatever. Yeah, XLM's not looking very good right now.
Can you look at AVAX?
What's up, Chobo? Thanks for the 20. Sure, dude. Yeah, we'll look at AVAX, which was killing it. It has been an anomaly, but guess what? At a 1272 fib extension, right from the old all-time high to the bottom of the harmonic structure, it was gorgeous. At that 1272, you've confirmed a high. A little bit of bearish divergence going on. Negative momentum's building. I think the downside potential would be minimum $60, 60.37, which is, it'd be a back test of that February 10th old all-time high, right? I don't think that'd be weird at all to test that. It did kind of try to test it on the 17th for rallying higher, but now it's confirming a top sin, at least a short-term top. I mean, like one high, sell off, you attempt to rally, confirmation high. It's not a very big structure, right? It's very small, so it's like not very reliable to say it is the end and it's like this a mega colossal double top and it's going to dump. But locally, it kind of is looking like it's trying to confirm some sort of short-term top. There's your AVAX, man. By high on price. Look at your level of positive momentum. Look at your higher high on price. Add a fib extension. Lower levels of positive momentum. The same levels of RSI. So class A, bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. Class C, bearish divergence on the RSI. So, you know, not really. So what does that mean? Maybe you're not going to short it. This certainly means not too long. This doesn't mean, hey, this means like inverse of a great long opportunity. Inverse. High, extremely high premium on an asset that has appreciated in value from its July 21st low, like the rest of the market. At its highest point in 61 days, this asset appreciated 675%. That's like 100% every 10 days. Napoleon Dynamite, of course. He gets it. High premium on AVAX. Not at an area of value or opportunity for a long. That's it. Been live 1 hour, 10 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, sub. Thanks for being here on this very slow, lazy Sunday where crypto bleeding out, not looking too hot at all right now. At least Bitcoin not looking too hot locally. As just reiterating the analysis given earlier, you made a high, you've made a second high, and you're at a major inflection point from April 25th that we've seen it be tested as resistance before, support before, trying to be support again, but unfortunately it's a high and then a slightly higher high. And if that breaks, there could be a lot of downside based on historical price action between 44K and 47K. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So yes, straight down again. If this doesn't hold, sure. No edge. Nothing's implying upside right now. And technically, nothing's implying downside except the way we're looking at kind of the short term. One high, a second high, what? James G, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Sorry I didn't see that. Please be sure to send the Patreon Discord. Let's go to it. Hide in the chat. Oh man. Currently sitting at 1,028 patrons, 9 months in a row, over 1,000 patrons. So if you are a patron listening to the stream, thank you so much for the support. It means everything. It's what keeps it all going. Why do you think there's spaceship streams? Why do you think my graphics guy has the ability to do 3D art now? Because of you. Because I'm able to pay him more. Because he gets a percentage of the Patreon, my graphics guy. You know? Why can, you know, why do things keep getting better on this stream? Maybe not in growth and viewership, but why do the graphics keep getting better, right? It's because of you. Thank y'all. So retrace and go. Yeah, nothing major on Dow Jones futures. Yeah, dude. Plan B implied we were going down to 43K, and we did, and it bounced there, and he was bragging about it doing that already. So no, he's not implying it's going there again. He already did that. So, but nothing's saying we can't do that once more. But earlier this month, he already bragged about it. So good, you know, good for him. He was right about it, and you know, he says October 65K. So I don't know. I'm not here to act like I know. I leave that to literally every single other crypto YouTuber to literally know where things are going. I'm just one that doesn't know, and I'm okay with that because we abide by Mark Douglas's principles in here. Okay. Thanks, Argo, man. Glad people are pleased with the audio. Very good. And again, like the, I guess kind of the very interesting conversation we had earlier in the stream, just reiterating, because I mean, we're kind of done here. I mean, like, what else is there to do? Like, we talked about all the things that we can talk about. There were 3 requests. We were just talking about this, talking about 2013, how similar 2017 and now are, right? All of them had finished part 1 of the cycle. 2013, you had a 2-parter, 2017, a 2-parter, 2021, we don't know if this is a 2-part cycle like the previous ones. But if it is a two-part cycle, we are at the end of it. The last stages of the consolidation pause between the first run and the second run of the cycle. So as you can see, 2013, after an RSI breakout, RSI consolidated like you're going through now, 2013, and the same thing in 2017, same thing now, right? And so the patience, if like one's gonna bank on this, whatever, then all I can say is one must wait and sit through it and holds. Because yeah, like if you look at last year, there was a huge shakeout right before life-changing money. So it's like one must be patient and understand this market is extremely volatile, not for the faint of heart. And if you try to compare it to a traditional market in terms of volatility, in terms of, you know, stops and stuff, and, you know, your maximum threshold for volatility, you will be out of this too fast and you will miss out on so much. It's a comparison. It does not mean it's going to happen. It just is interesting to look at. That's it, okay? I'm not calling this as it's gonna happen. Just saying it's cool as F to look at. Storage is not in stop out territory. Nope. Storage is anything above 123 to 129 is bullish on storage. You can't be bearish until it breaks that. But the thing is, even if it broke it, it could go a lot further. But as long as it makes a higher low than 69 cents, it's still in an uptrend. So yeah, I mean, it ran up. It was cool. Spring back test and went to the next inflection points, and then just couldn't get any higher than $2.05 and dumped El Salvador, and it's consolidating like everything else. Yeah, locally it doesn't look very good, right? A lower low, about the same low, and now you're just bleeding out again. You know, it's almost like buy wall distribution stuff. I mean, I don't really like it locally, but I have no problem with this asset and think it's still in a very bullish area until it falls below a critical level from history. Yeah, it doesn't really look good. It's down almost 5% today, but it's not dead yet. Not dead yet. You understand? Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. If it holds long enough, eventually straight up again. That's it. We'll see this. We got a... Wow, we almost have 1,000 votes on this poll, chat. What is next for Bitcoin? It is pinned to your chat. Go participate if you haven't. No voter ID needed. Remember, they changed the rules. Anyway, so the majority of the votes are concluding that $45,000 is next. 53%, and then 47% concluding that $50,000 is next. Let's go, dude. 30 more likes till 500. We could do that too. Easy, man. Sorry, I was looking at something. Okay, so anything meaningful y'all are gonna say to me? I'm just reading because it's like we did it, man. It's been a decent stream, not like great or anything, just a normal Sunday stream. Okay, cool. Where Bitcoin's bleeding out and is at a very real inflection point where there could be a lot of downside or upside, depending on what this asset does at this level. Tells us everything about where we're going next. Most likely, it's either it holds here and we eventually see 50K, or it breaks this with resounding price action, follow through below it, and we see 44K. I hate that I can't give you more than that right now, but I'm trying to give education and stuff, right? I think where it's valuable for you to listen and pay attention. But on this particular asset right now, you are at a precipice of an enormous crossroad. Okay, that's it. Why do you think the viewing audience or the 1,010 votes, 53% say 45K? It's about neck and neck, you know. I'm not gonna make it to the weekly candle close. We got 38 minutes, man, and it's already kind of like, you know. You have a bearish engulfing candle that is 38 minutes from being confirmed. Gross. You engulfed bullishly yesterday, only to bearishly engulf today, where you were losing that negative momentum, only to begin to build it again. It's like it goes from somewhat optimistic to, okay, starting to get a little skeptical again on
Hex
Bitcoin.
is here to help you with the crypto revolution. Our system makes the process of trading and staking easier. Hex earns 1% a day through industry-proven bots. Hex only go up. The more you stake, the more you earn. Hex go up. 0.032000000 LTC.
Cool story, bro. Well, I don't care about Hex fundamentals or anything like that. It's only been about the charts here. I do not endorse Hex. I never have. I've never endorsed any cryptocurrency. So just so we're all on the same page for anyone that just heard that, I do not endorse whatever he just said. But I like the chart. I love the way the chart presents bullish opportunities over and over and over, and they keep playing out. T is respected. That's as far as it goes with Hex or any other individual asset. Yeah, don't shill your favorite Beanie Babies. It's a bad look. Okay? You sound almost like a BitConnect guy. Don't do it, dude. Be grateful for the price action, you know, but All right, so I guess we're good, man. Pay attention to the weekly close in 37 minutes. Pay attention to the corn moon that will be upon us by tomorrow. Pay attention to $47,000, because if that holds, 50K. If it doesn't, 45K. Very simple. But unfortunately, there's not much of an edge right now on anything, on any time scale for this asset that you love, and it's called Bitcoin. All right. I have to stay neutral until Bitcoin decides a direction. Okay. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
Gentlemen in the mix.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming? All the time. It's called masculine. It's the only way to fly.